Are you tired of blowing up accounts when the market reverses and you're not prepared for it? I want to show you 3 tips on how to prevent that and how to become more profitable as a trader. Let's get into it. So here we are, guys. So this is today's trade I just did. Um, and I did this a few hours ago, but it was a good example on how the market reverses and how to take advantage of it. So now now, this is the opening range of the Asian market. And Now, usually, the way that works is it's very simple. All you do is take the high and the low of the 15-minute range here. So let's see here. Yeah. So this is the high, of course, and this is the low. Now, this is actually the 5-minute chart. So the third candle hit was right here, but that's the low. So as you can see here, usually the way the opening range works is once you see the price action cross one of these lines, and then you get confirmation, that usually means that that's where the direction of the market is going. So now, if you were looking at this chart from starting right here, you would think this be bearish all day, right? Because it crossed over this line. You had a retracement, which it usually does. It had a nice little wick here, and you had a nice push to the downside. And then what happened, guys? It did a reversal, and then it went back up, and it crossed back over the line, right? And that's usually kind of a bad sign when it comes, if you were bearish, because now once it crosses this line, that could mean you're looking at a reversal. So that's one way to spot reversals, but that's not what happened in my situation. So when I got into this trade, I started looking at probably right about here. You know what I mean? And I actually got kind of faked out because I was still thinking bearish. And because I was looking at, let's show the trend line I was looking at here. So I was looking at this trend line, and as you can see here, you had 1, 2, and then 3 touch points here. So once it hit that touch point, I was like, oh man, it's going to go down. And so I think I bought it probably right about in here or so. So I bought it right about here, and then I was bearish, and then I was in the money for a little bit, and then it ended up, and I think I ended up dollar cost averaging a little bit. Um, and then what happened is it did a little spike on me. Now I put my stop loss pretty tight. So what happens is so let's say I dollar cost average, and now my new dollar cost average is right about here or so. So as I was in the money, I was looking pretty good. So when the price action shot way down here, I think I was actually up like uh, maybe 400, 500 bucks, something like that. And then it did, and then it started retracing back. So the first thing you want to do, first tip, guys, move your stop losses. Okay, so a lot of times when I first do a trade, I put my stop losses pretty high. You know what I mean? I usually do like I believe it's a 50-point stop loss. So my stop loss is like way up here somewhere. Actually, let's see, I started in the 320s. So my stop loss is actually like way up here. And then my take profit is probably like way down here somewhere. And now, is that feasible, guys? No. And so if it went all the way up to here, I'd be blowing my account up. And so I want to try to prevent that. So when I'm in the money, you want to take those profits every single time. So you don't want to lose those profits. So if you're up 400, guys, 400 is good. You know what I mean? But now it could go higher. And a lot of times what happens, you're up 400, and then all of a sudden now you're only up 300, then you're only up 200, then you're only up 100. Before you know it, you're broke even. And then what happens, guys? Then it goes boo the other way, and then you blew up your account. So especially if like you're in like an Apex account, and then it kind of takes your highest balance, and you can blow up your accounts really quick, especially if you have multiple contracts, guys. Um, so so what I did here is like my average cost was right here, and then I was up a couple $100. I immediately moved my stop losses right down here. So where I was guaranteed like 50 to $100, you know what I mean? And what happened? It actually spiked up and hit my stop losses uh, for a profit, and then it shot up here, and then I was like, oh man, and then I was like, and then I saw this, and then it started spiking downwards again. So I was like, oh, did I put my stop losses too tight? I don't know. And so I actually bought in again. I sold short again, and at about the same price. You know what I mean? So I bought again right here, and then I was like, and then I was doing well. You know what I mean? It spiked all the way down. Now I was probably up, $500-$600. You know what I mean? And I was like, hey, that's great. But my goal at the time was about $1,000. So I was still trying to hit that $1,000 goal. I wasn't quite there yet, and so what did I do? Now again, my take profit when I sold short right here, guys, my take profit was way down here. My stop loss was way up here because it's like automatic, guys. Uh, so once I'm down here and it starts looking ugly, it starts coming back down. Oh man, I'm moving those stop losses down, and I put it right there. So again, it did another reversal, and it hit my stop loss again and I think I might even broke even. I don't even know, but you always want to take a little profit every single time. Anytime you're in the money, guys, never, you're going to kick yourself if it drops all the way down and you start losing. You know what I mean? Gotta take at least 50 to $100 or something like that profit. And if you can do that every time, it makes those reversals a lot less painful. And then look, see what happened. So it hit my stop loss, and then it started spiking up. Now, once I crossed this trend line here, guys, I was like, oh, baby, we're probably looking at a reversal. And sure enough, I think I started going heavy right here. I went long, and then I believe I uh, took some profits and stuff like that. And then I just went off to the races. And so usually what happens is I take some profits, and then when it drops down, I might buy again, and then take some more profits, buy again, take some more profits. And I'll do that multiple times, guys, all the way up here. And that way you can maximize that candle as much as possible, because these candles don't last very long. And so you want to take full advantage of that as possible, especially while you're in the money. Um, and then once I got up to here, I think I was probably, uh, I can't remember. I think I was probably only in it. I was kind of breaking even every once in a while, so I can't remember. But they. Oh no. I was definitely in the money. I was probably up about $1,000 right here. But I saw the market just keep going up. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, oh, this has got some room to go. So I went ahead and went long because I saw this market high. So I'm like, it's probably going to retest that market high. So that's basically where I put my take profit right about here, just below that candle there, because I've seen it where it gets close to the candle, doesn't quite hit it, and then it reverses again. So I want to take full advantage and take the highest profit possible uh, without taking any losses, because it's very important to sell on the highest point possible if you can. And that really prevents any drawdown or anything like that, because especially if you're like in an Apex account or some other account where they use the highest balance as the drawdown point. So if you can end the day selling at the highest point possible, that is awesome. So again, guys, so what did I do? I went ahead and remember to move your stop loss into the profit. Okay, that is key. Next is watch for any new trend line breaks. Okay, so I saw this trend line break right here, and then once that trend line broke, I'm looking for the reversal, right? And then you want to dollar cost average or take advantage of those profits, keeping, and then selling at the highest point possible, so that way you minimize your drawdown. Okay, so what do you guys think of my strategy here, guys? Today was a really good day, and so I just wanted to share with you, and hopefully you can use this in your strategy. Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and peace out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.